Oh, I guess I should wait. Okay. Hello and welcome to Opposites React.
I'm Whitney.
And I'm Ashley.
And today we have a very interesting request from Bruce. So
Yes.
Bruce on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Bruce.
He asked if we would react to this sci-fi short film about Slaughterbots. And yes, and I told him, you know what? Sure, why not?
So we're going to watch it.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
Right?
We're used to watching music videos, but now we're going to watch a sci-fi short film. I have never been into sci-fi. Have you?
No.
All I know about is Battlestar Galactica and Fifth Element. And that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen
I had
sci-fi.
friends who were like Trekkies growing up, but I was never into it.
No, yeah, I've never been like...
Mystery Science Theater 3000.
I'll watch anything, but it's not like I'm like, let's go seek it out type thing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll find out what we think. We'll see what happens.
Let's see.
Customer pilots directed almost 3,000 precision strikes last year. We're super proud of it. It allows you to separate the bad guys from the good. It's a big deal. But we have something much bigger. Your kids probably have one of these, right? Not quite. Hell of a pilot? No. That skill is all AI. It's flying itself. Its processor can react 100 times faster than a human. The stochastic motion is an anti-sniper feature. Just like any mobile device these days, it has cameras and sensors, and just like your phones and social media apps, it does facial recognition. Inside here is 3 grams of shaped explosive. This is how it works. Did you see that? That little bang is enough to penetrate the skull and destroy the contents. They used to say guns don't kill people. People do. Well, people don't. They get emotional, disobey orders, aim high. Let's watch the weapons make the decisions. Now, trust me, these were all bad guys. Now that is an airstrike of surgical precision. It's one of a range of products. Trained as a team, they can penetrate buildings, cars, trains, evade people, bullets, pretty much any countermeasure. They cannot be stopped. Now, I said this was big. Why? Because we are thinking big. Watch. A $25 million order now buys this. Enough to kill half a city. The bad half. Nuclear is obsolete. Take out your entire enemy, virtually risk-free. Just characterize him, release the swarm, and rest easy. These are available today. We have a distribution network taking orders from military, law enforcement, and specialist clients.
The nation is still recovering from yesterday's incident, which officials are describing as some kind of automated attack, which killed 11 U.S. senators at the Capitol building.
They flew in from everywhere but attacked just one side of the aisle. It was chaos. People were screaming.
You can see high windows, very small, precisely punctured to gain entry to the building.
What did you do for the victim?
I just did what I could for him. Things weren't even interested in me. They're just buzzing.
Government sources admit the intelligence community has no idea who perpetrated the attack, nor whether it was a state, group, or even a single individual.
So if we can't defend ourselves, then we strike back.
We are investing very heavily in classified defense projects.
We make it our deterrent like our nuclear deterrent. We stockpile in the millions, the billions.
At key facilities, the White House, the New York Stock Exchange, Wall Street.
Safe in their homes.
Well, we wish we had boots on the ground in every community in this country, but we don't. So our instructions and our suggestions are to stay in touch with you.
Ollie, hi, Ollie, honey. How's Edinburgh today? How are all your studies going, huh?
Good, great.
Oh, great. Hey, aren't we doing a video call today?
I'm kind of with people, so.
Oh, well, come on, Oliver, put her on.
Oh no, it's not like that. No, wait.
Oh, well, listen, I see some photos here with somebody, and I can see lots of likes, and what's that all about? Oh, wait a minute, here, and on your
Mom, she's on the spy stuff in the military.
What is this video right here? Oh, no, I'm not going to click on that.
It's just this human rights thing about oppression or whatever.
Honey, you're not going into politics, are you? I mean, no protest.
Safe here, just like you said it would be.
Heavy traffic approaching the A720 this morning due to police.
Police are not saying this morning what prompted the alert.
Claim relaxing firearm legislation would be useless against the so-called Slaughterbots.
Is to stay away from crowds. When indoors, keep windows covered with shutters.
Protect your family. Stay inside.
Can you hear me? Oliver, can you hear me? Listen to me.
I can hear it, Mom.
Authorities are still struggling to make sense of an attack on university campuses worldwide, which targeted some students and not others. The search for a motive is apparently turning to social media, and a video shared by the victims exposing corruption at the high.
But it's far from surprising. The weapons took away the expense, danger, and risk of waging war. And now we can't afford to challenge anyone, really. It's not even the smallest fringe group or a crank.
Who could have done this?
Anyone.
Dumb weapons drop where you point them. Smart weapons consume data. When you can find your enemy using data, even by a hashtag, you can target an evil ideology right where it starts.
This short film is more than just speculation. It shows the results of integrating and miniaturizing technologies that we already have. I'm Stuart Russell, a professor of computer science at Berkeley. I've worked in AI for more than 35 years. Its potential to benefit humanity is enormous, even in defense. But allowing machines to choose to kill humans will be devastating to our security and freedom. Thousands of my fellow researchers agree. We have an opportunity to prevent the future you just saw, but the window to act is closing fast.
Okay. That was interesting. So, what do you think?
The entire time I was watching that, I was like, if this video exists, then that means the technology already exists.
Mm-hmm.
And either the video is to get humans used to the idea of it because it's going to happen.
Because it's coming no matter what.
Like, they always show it to people first.
Uh-huh.
So that when it happens, nobody's surprised.
Right. So you're not caught off guard. Like, how could this be?
Right? Like, they always boil the frog when it comes to this type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, yeah, first it's in sci-fi, and then somehow it makes its way to real life.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Like, I was just kind of like, okay, well, that's fun. And then when the guy came up in the end, it was like, oh, well, no, we already have this. We don't want it to happen. I was like, well, there you go.
It's already here.
Obviously, I mean, my opinion is like, holy crap, no thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Because who decides what ideology is good and who's bad? You know what I mean?
Well, what's interesting is no matter who you talk to, you're always most people assume they're the good guy.
Right.
Regardless, nobody assumes or nobody thinks they're wrong or evil or on the bad side.
Everybody thinks they're on the right side of everything. So that's the thing is, it's like, yeah, whoever decides they're right is killing whoever decides they're wrong in that situation.
Right.
So, okay, well, that just seems like a recipe for disaster. And
it just sounds like a recipe for just to end it all. All population will ultimately die.
Right, because quite frankly, it's like, I mean, as with most things, the only person who benefits are weapons manufacturers.
Right. There you go.
So, I mean, like, I don't really know what else to say about that, quite frankly, because in that situation, like, that's the truth. Is the only person who benefits from war is the person selling the weapons. And the only person who benefits from anything like that is the person selling the weapons. And
yeah, because at that point they don't care.
They don't care who wins. They've made their money.
Great. Weapons for all.
Right? They'll sell weapons to both sides. Who cares?
Yeah.
So to me, that's my opinion on pretty much everything is, all right, well, who stands to benefit? The arms manufacturers.
Yes.
And that's it.
Yeah. No, the technology already exists. Like, this is already here.
And if this guy at Berkeley is like, please help.
Well,
Don't be okay with this. And it's like, oh, it doesn't matter if anybody's okay with it, quite frankly. If you're trying to fight it, that means it's coming.
Mm-hmm. I just think, you just gotta be a good person.
Whatever, you can be a good person. If somebody who decides you're not a good person decides to use something like that against you, you're done. And whatever, like, quite frankly, I've gotten to the point where it's like, listen, if it's time to meet my end and some random person has decided it, then fine, I guess, because like I have to be fine with myself.
Yes, that's what I think I mean by you just have to be a good person because you can't control everything.
You have to be whatever you believe is a good person. You have to be right with yourself and right with how you're living your life, because you never know if you're going to get hit by a bus or taken out by an automated drone or because somebody decided that you shouldn't like cheese.
Right? Or, all the
dairy industry is murder and anybody who likes cheese is supporting it and therefore send the bots.
Well,
like, it could be anything.
Well,
so,
it could be bots or eggs are killing you, or
what I'm speaking in I'm speaking in context of this. So okay, if some activist decides that you support the dairy industry by buying cheese and therefore they're sending the bots for you and they have the money to do so, okay, well, fine, they're accomplishing their mission, and also the manufacturer of the bots gets their money, and that's what it is. And I've met my end because I can't turn down a good brie.
What way to go, though?
I mean,
send me out. Me and a charcuterie board.
Send me out with a nice fondue.
That sounds delightful. Yeah, I think
we're a terribly unserious generation, so it's just kind of like, okay,
yeah.
What else? What else you got? Like, at the end of the day, it's kind of like, what else is gonna kill me?
I think that's what I mean by like. This is just another thing that you're telling me is going to kill me.
And at the end of the day, too, I feel like, listen, whether you're a hippie or into aliens or into religion, quite frankly, I think they're all right. It's just calling things different things.
Yeah.
Whether we're talking about frequencies or full disclosure or Jesus coming back or anything else, it's all the same. We're just calling, it's the same horse of a different color. And so, okay, fine. all of these manufactured fear events happening just cause you
that's
to...
a good manufactured fear.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So here's another fear event to get us to be afraid of something. Great. Well, you want to know what? Sure. It's terrifying. So is nuclear war. So is red dye number 40. And so is everything else. They're all things to keep us in a low vibration.
Yes. Does this give you high vibes?
No, this is a low vibes thing. Living in fear and having honestly consuming things like this that give you fear and put you in a fearful place, it lowers your frequency.
I think because there's always something
there's always something that will put you in a fearful place.
I mean,
whether
again,
it's consuming
when
news
we were
media,
children,
whether it's consuming anything else, there's things that are meant to put you in a fearful place because, quite frankly, there are many things that power themselves by human fear.
Well, it's interesting. I feel like our entire existence has been constantly being told of what to fear.
Quicksand
or fire.
Yep.
Like, I thought for sure
my house is going to catch on fire for sure. Although back in the day, houses were electric wiring. Like, having been in Hawaii recently, I can see how electric fires
were more common.
But
like the fact that it was like, have a fire, like, yes, still have a fire safety plan. Yes, by all means. But like you were taught this extensively.
Yes.
That I thought for sure. Surely I would catch on fire at some point.
At some point, I would be in a structure fire.
That was definitely in my future.
I thought for sure I would encounter quicksand 100%.
Yes, spread wide.
And I would also encounter a man in a van asking to help him find a puppy.
Candy.
I was never once offered candy by a stranger, by the way. Or drugs.
I was offered drugs once.
By a stranger?
Yes, in Mexico. This guy goes, me and my husband are in Mexico, and we're walking, and he goes, a rose for the pretty lady? And he goes, no, thank you. He goes, cocaine.
Well, I mean, he's just trying to get you to have a good time on your vacation.
And I was like, wow.
But you were a child.
The jump. No, I wasn't a child.
And he wasn't offering it for free. He was trying to sell it to you.
Yes, he was trying to sell it to
me.
you.
Well, I'm talking about for free.
Also,
they always talk about...
How did that get across where it was like, people are offering these drugs for free?
That's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about, is we were always told as kids that somebody was going to offer you free drugs to try and get you hooked.
Nobody
ever offered me free drugs. That was a lie. And I was walking around in fear that people were going to offer me free drugs, and I was going to have a script prepared on how to deny them.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I was never around anybody who would, other than that one time in Mexico as an adult, I have never been in a situation where somebody would look at me and be like, you know what?
She needs some free drugs.
You need drugs, or I'm going to offer to sell you drugs. Like, I don't fit the description, I don't think.
No, probably not.
So.
But anyway, there are many things that are meant to keep us in fear. And quite frankly, whether I'm going to get hit by a bus or contract a terminal disease or anything else, I just need to live my life where I could be fine with that dying tomorrow. Hopefully, I've set up my kids to know that I love them, and they will hopefully be well adjusted if I were to get hit by a bus driving home today.
There you go. So go and do likewise. Hopefully the killer drones
don't come into fruition, but if they do, hopefully nobody gets angry that you like cheese.
Yeah, and die happy.
And that's what we do this channel for, is to try and just give a little light and fun into put a little light and fun out into the ether, because there's too much to worry about otherwise.
So don't stress about the killer drones. Like and subscribe.
Bye. Don't stress about the killer drones.